Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about online pornography. There's been massive studies done on the psychological effects of absorbing too much internet porn, particularly on men. It seems like men more than women absorb pornography, and it seems like if you go onto any porn site, most of the videos are geared towards men. And then we have an entire generation of men going around who are self-isolating, depressed, have all kinds of issues in various directions that are holding them back in life. Anything can be used as a vice. But when you use internet porn as a vice, you become addicted to it very quickly. And this has been proven. Your actual brain chemistry can change from watching too much porn. It leads to depression. It leads to all kinds of issues, low self-esteem, self-isolation. I'm all about trying to become a happier person, trying to become mentally strong. So I gotta watch anything that will weaken me, anything that will fuck me up, anything that will bring me down a road of depression. And porn is definitely something to watch out for. I mean, I'm not gonna make a video and tell people what to do and tell people not to watch porn. It's up to you. But if you want to be able to stay on top of your mindset, stay positive. It's proven that absorbing too much porn makes people negative. You can be a big negative Nilly all the time. Just a real Debbie Downer. Real bummer to be around. From watching too much porn. This is scientifically proven. I mean, let alone it's a dirty industry. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and online of former porn stars who describe the porn industry, both men and women. Some of the testimony from the women is just heartbreaking. I mean, it's a choice. For the most part, there is sexual slavery and manipulation going on out there, but for the most part, the stuff that you're absorbing on Pornhub and some of these main websites are people that make that choice themselves, but it's a horrible choice. I mean, think about your daughter, if you have one. Would you want your daughter to grow up and become a porn star? I don't think there's a single guy out there that would say yes. I don't think there's a single person out there that would say, yeah, I'm good with that. If she wants to, get fucked all the time and whatever, that's on video, that's fine. Nobody would say that. You wouldn't even want your daughter to become a stripper. That's a failure of a parent. You're a failure as a dad if you have a daughter who's a stripper. It's shameful. I mean, I dated a stripper, so I'm not going to sit and bash people that make that choice. It's just tragic, though. I know that world, and it's a world of deviancy. It changes people. The way that you look at sex is important. I mean, particularly if you're one of these lonely single dudes out there and you're wanking off to too much porn, it's really going to hold you back in your pursuit for love. Because a lot of times what you're trying to pursue all of a sudden, if you're addicted to porn, is you're just trying to recreate the images that you watch, these fantasies that you watch. People self-isolate with pornography because they can just kind of look at that as a release. They don't even need a girlfriend anymore. They don't need love anymore. Because they can just retreat to their room, live in this weird world of fantasy. I mean, sex is supposed to be about love. It's an intimate experience. When you absorb too much internet porn, it cheapens that. I mean, for example, most searched porn movies on these main porn websites. I was just reading about this not too long ago, and the most searched words are, the first one is mother, son. The second one is daddy, daughter. So incest porn, where you're fucking your own mother or you're fucking your own daughter. Incest porn is by far the most searched thing on any porn site. That's the main bulk of what people are looking for, to masturbate to these fantasies of fucking their own mothers or their own daughters. What I call child pornography, even though most of these women are 18 and over, what they call teen porn is insanely popular. So people are having fantasies, sexual fantasies, on a daily basis about teenagers. One of the more shocking ones that was heavily searched, not just a minor search, just a small sliver. Most people are searching for these. This is what's being searched for mostly, was the rape fantasy porn. That's hugely popular. There's tons and tons and tons of men that are searching rape fantasies regularly. And what kind of psychopaths are people turning into with this shit? What do you think that's doing to your brain? I mean, I can tell you, it's altering your brain chemistry. It's altering how you think. It's not doing anything good for you. I mean, if you want to be depressed, negative, self-isolated in this weird little demented, deviant world, that's up to you. Life's about choice. But I make these videos in order to kind of spit some game and to help people out of that, to become stronger, to live a more functioning life, to be highly valued people, to have more character and virtue. These are the types of things that I want from myself. And as I learn, I pass this shit on. And I tell you, the porn scene is a bad scene. The porn industry is a bad industry. I would suggest, if you're looking to be in a relationship, to lessen your online porn. If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be fucking with it at all. It's unhealthy. It's I look at it as almost like cheating. It's disrespectful at the very least. If you have a significant other, if you're in a relationship with somebody, and when they leave, you're sitting there watching all this porn, whacking off to it. If you have this secret fantasy life of sexual deviancy that goes beyond your relationship, what's wrong with you? And then one of the problems with this is that not only is it almost like you're living a double life, not only is it almost like you're cheating on somebody, but many people want to go and recreate what they see in the sack. These sexual acrobatics, there's a lot of injuries that go on with internet porn, particularly with anal sex. It's a very dangerous way to do it. And you don't hear about those injuries because you're just watching a 2-minute, 3-minute video. And people want to go and recreate face fucking and brutal hardcore hate sex, and you just hear how people talk. I was hanging out with a bunch of dudes, this was a few months ago. They were all mostly younger than me, and this really beautiful woman walks by, gorgeous, just out of control beautiful, definitely a model. And of course she's wearing tight, revealing clothing, and the comments that a lot of these guys said were just over the top. One guy says, "I'd like to punch her and then fuck her in the ass." And I was just like, what are you talking about? I mean, what kind of shit is that, man? What kind of weird shit is that? What kind of people are we turning into? when you're trying to be a happy person, when you're trying to beat depression, when you're trying to do positive things for yourself, you have to look at all the avenues that are going to possibly bring you down. You know, with a mind, body, and soul lifestyle, there's a lot that goes on with it. It's not just one single trick. It's not just a pill you take. And I talk about this a lot. You have to watch what you absorb, what you put into your body. And your mind is part of your body. So just as much as you have to watch the junk food that you eat, just as much as you have to watch your triggers, just as much as, say, you have to watch what kind of movies and music that you might absorb too much. Are you absorbing too much violence? Sitting around listening to depressing country music all the time. You have to watch this stuff. But you also want to watch how much porn that you're engaging in. Because it's scientific. This is not just opinion. It will bring you down. It will fuck you up. It will turn you into a different person. It'll zap your sex drive. It'll make your relationships harder. People lose relationships over too much porn. It'll turn you into a sexual deviant. It's good to keep sex romantic. That's the least Googled, the least searched, I should say, type of porn on Pornhub and the most popular sites. The least searched. Nobody is looking for romantic sex. They're looking for anal sex with teenagers. And it's just kind of funny because I know the owner of Pornhub. He used to be a customer at the store that I own, a retail store that I had, both him and his son. They used to own a nightclub in town here. Sometimes we'd do some cross promotion where I would promote my motorcycle shop or my store at their nightclub, depending on, they would have the Misfits or they would have bands that would come to their nightclub. And these would be good nights for me to try to promote my band. And it's funny because he doesn't absorb his own material. It's like a drug dealer. He's not getting high off his own supply. He's just feeding it to other people. You just have to watch what you put in, the inputs. Watch what you're absorbing. Watch what's bringing you down. People can unknowingly be absorbing too much negative shit that's fucking them up, that's changing how they think, and then go around desperately lonely, desperately upset. Depression is just chasing them like a demon, and they don't know why. Well, this is one of the reasons. So look into it if you don't believe me. Read some of the stuff that I've read. Takes a simple Google search. You'll see hundreds of pages of this shit. Watch how much porn you absorb. I suggest not to absorb any, just to not support that industry. It's a horrible industry. How many abortions do you think go on? Are you anti-abortion? I know lots of guys who are just vehemently anti-abortion. But then they're absorbing all this porn. These chicks are having abortions every goddamn other month. It's just all connected. So I hope somebody found some value in this. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are against this topic who just are going to call me a prude, and they're so addicted to porn. Just like when I talk about not doing hard drugs or stopping drinking and stopping becoming an alcoholic, there's a certain class of people that just want to fight back, wear that security blanket like a badge of honor, and fight for their addiction. Do whatever you want. Life's about choice. I'm just trying to help people be happier. Thanks for watching.